This is my speech for communications, and I have Rachel, Sage, and Megan here is my audience, and Miss Ghosty. So my speech topic that I picked today is a very controversial topic, especially in the U.S. Right now. So I will be speaking on women's reproductive health care. You sit. Rachel, you can wipe your face if you need to. So I will be talking about women's reproductive health care. Some alarming statistical facts that I found were from the World Health Organization in 2021. 214 million women had reported an unmet need for birth control, and 45 million women had experienced an unsafe abortion in that year. So that is worldwide, not just pertaining to the US. So yeah, I chose to talk about this because birth control and abortion, women's reproductive health care has been shown time and time again that it is a basic human need. We need it to be healthy and continue to grow as a society. So yeah, my name is Mariah. I'm a nursing student, and I have 8 years of healthcare experience. I've worked with the female population, all different ethnicities, ages, women of reproductive age, and I have witnessed multiple encounters, women experiencing the adverse effects of not having access to birth control or so on and so forth. So yeah, 3 main topics I will be covering on reproductive rights include the importance of why we need it, the need for access, and the benefits of having access. So, why is it important? Well, in healthcare, we're taught about this fancy word called autonomy. And essentially what that means is we take the patient's beliefs, their ethical values, their religion, their opinion on their healthcare basically into consideration, and we implement that into our interventions for them. So taking away women's reproductive rights takes away our autonomy basically, which I'm sure people can understand why that's an issue. So the United Nations classifies reproductive rights as a basic human right. What are reproductive rights? Having access to birth control, being able to say, no, I don't want to have a child right now, and I shouldn't have to miss out on my sexual aspect of life just because I don't want to have a child. We have, at this day and age, we have multiple things like birth control that can prevent a child. So yeah, so denial and restrictions of reproductive rights, when we take away the access to things like health, clinics, like abortion clinics, we have a lot more forced pregnancies, a lot more domestic violence cases that are very severe, and a lot more maternal deaths. So also when we take away the accessibility, we alter the person's decisions that they would originally make for their health. So everyone has different health needs. Some people have heart issues, kidney issues, and when they get pregnant, that can put them at risk put them and their baby at risk for a decreased rate of survival, hemorrhage, preeclampsia, stuff like that. So this leads me into my next discussion, which is the need for abortion. Why is there a need? Well, like I had stated earlier, World Health Organization had found 214 million women had unmet need for birth control worldwide. And then ACOG, which is like the obstetrics, basically like women's health doctors, had made a statement saying that abortion is healthcare, and there are multiple things, like I kind of touched on earlier, where abortion is the only treatment option that will save the mom's life. And in this situation, if the mom's not alive, baby's not alive. So those would be placenta previa, which puts mom at high risk for hemorrhage, preeclampsia, ectopic pregnancy, and underlying cardiac and renal failures. So the World Health Organization had announced that 50% of pregnancies among the US were unintended, and 48% of women of childbearing age had experienced unwanted pregnancies. So considering all this data that we had just went over, it's quite a bit of statistical information. We can talk a little bit about the benefits of having access to birth control and abortion. So we had passed a bill, the US had passed a bill in 1973, the Roe v. Wade bill, which at this point, it's kind of hard to not know what that is, which recently has been overturned. So in some states, it is total abortion ban. And in these states, there is zero consideration for incest, for rape, for the mom's life. Basically, if the mom's life is in danger, they're just like, well, sorry. And along with this comes ethical issues among the doctors, like the OBGYNs themselves, because everything that they have learned, they kind of have to go against in these states. So a bit of an ethical dilemma there. And another benefit is that when women have access to birth control and abortions, they have more opportunity for education further along the road, and women have the opportunity to have a better career, financial stability. Maybe they're in a domestic situation and having an abortion gives them the opportunity to get away from that situation. And then the last point that I just want to make is that when we take away women's reproductive health care, we really are targeting on the women of color in America, because in 2019, 38% of abortions that were performed were on women of color, and they are already such a huge disparity in this country. So taking away even more the economic advantages that they already really don't have a lot of. So yeah, that is my presentation on reproductive health care. Just to revise, we talked about the importance of it, promoting autonomy, our ability to make our own choices on our bodies. We talked about the need for access. So why do we need it? Well, medical reasons, even not medical reasons, even just some people want to better themselves, and having a child when they don't want to can disrupt their intentions for their life. And And then we lastly spoke on the benefits, so how it benefits a society, the mother as an individual or the woman as an individual, family, relationships, and economically. So thank you so much for listening to my speech today.